world. Africa is on fire. And it is indeed an interesting day. We got our own issue as you are aware what's going on. We got what you call here the ICE, grabbing professional people who have lived here more than 50 or more years from the street. It just, the world is just in a turmoil, but we pray that we can live and tell these stories. So I'm glad being in Hawks today.
Okay, and let me say welcome back to you because it's been, like you said, it's been a couple of while. In fact, you and I have not been on the show because when you come, probably I'm not there, and so we've been missing each other. But it's good that you are here, and tonight we'll be discussing some of the issues about Liberia and elsewhere. And so we like to say welcome to our we like to say welcome to our viewers. If you joining us the first time, we want to say welcome. This is the Bottomline Liberia discussions. Again, my name is Lane Footwear, and Albert Mowe is there in the United States of America, and Paul the Lord people will be joining us pretty soon. Um, our colleagues Francis Mensah is and Jima Kamara are not here yet. Probably Francis may be joining us during the course of the program. But help us to share the show to all of your contacts. If you're joining us from Liberia via Jala TV or wherever you're joining us from, help us to share the show. We are here every Tuesday and Friday, and today is the last edition of the program for the month of November, and today is the last day for November. We're not going to see this day anymore, and that's how it's designed. When time comes, it goes, and when it goes, you don't get it back. That's why we say time waits for no man. Do what you have to do, or else you will not do it anymore. How about let's look at um politics in general. I mean, we're not starting the show yet with the topic, but we're just looking at the world. And you live
Mm.
in the greatest country on earth, so to speak. That's why we are made to understand. You live in the
Yeah.
greatest country on earth, and we are we are yet to see how great your country is, probably in some ways, and what impact they can have on the rest of the world, being great country. So, could you just tell us what are some of the things that you are doing to prove as your country now, to prove that you are the greatest country on earth?
Well, if the present day is not undermining the saying of President Reagan that what makes America great is anyone can come here and live here as an American. But we see the very picture of President Reagan in the office, of President Trump, but that philosophy of Reagan is not being looked at, and we see the issue of immigration is turning this country into chaos. People being here so many years and they are being grabbed from the streets and thing. So it makes one to wonder and to be very sensitive of your place of origin because it's like all in all, a day will come that you will be told whatever document you had, it will be canceled by a man, by a system, by a regime, and you have to go to the land of your nativity. So what happens is, yes, the United States great is one of the countries on the earth with uh, a very large economy. When your economy is strong, of course, indeed, you are great. There are so many economic opportunities in the United States. This country receives a lot of uh, uh, produce from all over the world. Products come from many countries. It open to a lot of countries. They come here. Things come here. You will not believe it. We, in Liberia, we stay. We laugh at time. You go to the Chinese market. Uh, you can purchase case meat. You can purchase tokbo and so many things you will not believe. So being a very big economy, that's the greater impact the United States makes to the world. Yes. And that's what the world needs. All that we talk about, the personal luxuries and things, is not that, but the development of economic opportunities for almost everyone. That's a greater impact. And I think the positive ones should be considered to be extended to other parts of the world than just to extend control. That's not what the world needs. The world needs economic economic extension, economic opportunities, and war extended development to parts of the world that is very, very in need. So this,
Okay.
I
Well,
would say, this should be the
let's welcome Mr. Dolly to the program. Mr.
goal.
Dolly, welcome this final edition of the program for the month of October and the final day for the month of October. Uh, I believe you've been following activities around the world, Padoli. We just giving our intro while we wait for our colleague Paul to join us, and then we'll be kicking off officially. Paul is in the back, on the screen. We can see him now. But Padoli, generally, the world seems to be like confused everywhere. Problem. We get money that can fix machine, but it seems there's no money. Everything you're getting hard. People making farms all around the world, but say we're hungry. Doctors have improved medicine, but still people getting sick. What's going on?
Thank you very much. From my observation, that's my honest opinion in this thing here. How I see it. First of all, I will talk about the great country today, who is the only world superpower that is in America. America today managed to do everything they can to become the only world superpower. There was a two world superpower, but they neutralized the other one, the opponent, one way or other. Now they are the only world superpower. But what the Americans fail to realize that what makes them to be a great nation is the foreigners, people from every corner of the world, to go to America and put their impact into the activities in that country. The best scientists from different countries, from Germany, from Japan, from China, from this and that and the rest of it. The American, the strategy they employ to become great nation is to open door for all nationality from everywhere in the world to come in with their intelligence and things that make them. But the way America is portraying herself now, if they are not careful, they will become the least in the world. Because if you start going against the people that make you a great nation, to say you're going to drive all the aliens, all the foreigners from the country, setting job there, those that classify themselves as an indigenous, they don't do it. For whatever reason best known to them. People that are coming in As a foreigner, they can be there to do such a job that make the economy to boom up the economy. But the president you have today, my brother, he does not realize that. And he failed to realize that his father and his mother came into America as an immigrant. The both parents came
Okay,
to America.
but I think the Americans have their own strategy. They have their own plans as to what will happen to them in the next 100 years. So but we can only speculate. But let me say welcome to Paul. Paul, welcome. We hope
So,
you're much better because you've been under the weather. I know, brother, it's getting cold here. So how is it today?
anyway,
Good
anyway,
evening. It's
yeah,
been a
but
while.
Bro
I just
Chilople, I beg you 1 minute. I beg you, Bro Chilople, I beg you. Linford, I wanted to learn immediately on the brothers because he been in America. He know what I'm talking about. Uh, we will not. I will not go further now. I will just stop there and work on our brothers. Mr. Chilople, to, I'm so glad that he back on his feet. And I heard that he was not too well because of the coup making to go off world, all this kind of stuff. So, Mr. Chilople, you're 100% welcome back. Glad to see you back again on your feet. I hope you drink a lot of lemonades to clear your throat. Welcome and welcome again.
thank you, thank you, and good evening to all of you. It's good to see you on the program again, Comrade Maury. It's been a while. It's good to have you back on the Bottomline discussion. I just want to say to our viewers that I haven't been around because of my illness and also travel as well. So it's good to be back here, and I want to say thanks to all of you for being to hold this program going by the time I was away. But Dolly, before we jump into the topic, you're talking about only one superpower we have in the world. I just want you to, for the sake of our audience, what make only America the superpower and what qualified them to be the only superpower in the world? To just have just lecture a little bit on that, because
Thank
we know
you.
we get Russia, China, those are all great powers. Say the only
Mhm.
power, then just explain to
You know,
all
yeah, you see,
how you came
yeah,
about with your analogy.
yeah. Thank you very much for giving me that opportunity to lament or what I know of America to be the only world superpower today. Having heavy equipment, war equipment does not only make you a world superpower. You must have the economy, strong economy in hand, along with the equipment to battle, to defend your nation. It make you a world superpower. So America first in economy in the whole world today. Whether I accept it or you accept it or not is a fact. You can do your research, you will see it. The other country they have some superpowers, equipment, war equipment here and there. When we come to economy, America comes first. Any other country can get next to it. Today, China comes second. When we talk about the military capacities, after America, sometimes you can own which country? Or Russia. So, but when we talk about economy, you can't stand Russia close to America in terms of economy today. So basically, I think where red belong, we should give it to them. That's all I can say in this matter.
Okay. Thank you for your. And it's good to have an economy on this program. Comrade Moore is here, and he having to live in Russia and also live in the United States. And there's another strong economy in the world called China. So if you want to leave them out, Comrade, I just want you to chime in. Let's get an understanding of what Padre is saying here now. America is the only superpower in the world because of their economy. So what about the other countries like China, Russia, and those powerful nations to their they strong in their economy? So what say you?
Well, the the question of superpower of the world is debatable economically. Uh, Sometimes there could be a prestigious name among names, or in other words, the more popular name, you know, but the popularity does not actually give the quality. So when it comes to economic consideration, we see in practical terms the Chinese are penetrating the world economically. You and I from Liberia, if you went back home, the very common people in Liberia go to China for goods and for goods, and they placard the Liberian economy with that. And it's not very too easy for our people, the very common people, to come to the United States or Great Britain, or easily go to Russia for now to get the kind of goods that they get from China. And many of them are doing good, and not only Liberians, but all African countries. So the question of superpower is very debatable. When it comes to infrastructure, some of the infrastructure that we do see by uh, electronic media, you when you look into China, you don't see those kind of development anywhere now in the world. And all of these countries, every one of them have flown into space. When the Chinese got ready the other day, they just pick up a basket, announce a time to the world that our basket will go in to space, to the moon, and come back. And they successfully did that. So the question of the world superpower now is a debatable issue because many other factors are involved. But the brand name comes in the modern world. So now why it is, but there are
Okay.
many
Well,
evidence.
I like the way Abba put it. Is debatable. So what I'll do, I've been doing some quick research. What I'll do, I'll put up about 8 different factors to compare China, because um, Padole made a point early on when he said that there should have been several uh, superpowers in the world, or at least 2 or 3, but one of them was dissolved, and that is Russia. We all know, because we that live in Europe, if you look at the former Soviet Union, all these small countries that were under Europe, if Europe was, under Russia, if Russia still had control over those countries, I mean, him capacity wise, they will be dominating, because all of those countries, some of those countries are big countries. Look at Ukraine, for example. It's a large country with a lot of resources. So if Russia was still controlling those countries, they will be the real superpower when it comes to military. It comes to
That's why they used to say two
what they
superpowers.
want. So they were neutralized. But I will put up this thing so that we can see, at least we can have some idea as to, when we talk about uh, the competitiveness between Russia and other countries that are claiming. But specifically, there is one country that is competing with America right now, and that country is China. So I'll put up 8 factors that we can see. I don't know whether it's very feasible, but I will go through it. I'll read them, and then we can proceed from there. Okay, so those 8 factors. In fact, just before I go to those 8 factors, let me give you a statistics here. Is it as of today, late 2025, late 2025, as we speak now, because it's late 2025, we got 2 more months in the year 2025. The United States is widely considered the world's preeminent superpower due to its leading economic, military, and technological power, though China is increasingly described as the rising or established superpower with growing global influence. Key factors supporting the U.S. Status include the world's largest GDP. So the U.S. said, so this is the largest GDP. Okay, a significant defense budget. They got the largest defense budget, advanced military technology, and strong cultural exports. So the economic strength, the military power, the technological leadership, cultural influence, and those things are some of the key indicators that can make anybody to think or to consider, because they use the word consider, to consider the United States as a superpower. So let's go to this table I got here. If you can see, it says China versus or US versus China. 8 measures of power. Number one, they gave the overall score for the 8 factors. China's overall score is 0.8, and the US overall score is 0.89. So education, the United States ranks 2.0 and China ranks 1.6. Innovation and technology, the United States ranks 1.9, China ranks 1.8. So you see the competitiveness. You see how the competition is between the two countries.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go to competitiveness. Here, China, the United States is lagging behind by minus 0.4, and China is ahead by 1.0. So China is very competitive. And one of the reasons why somebody would think that the Chinese are making more progress is I think they want to catch up. But America, on the other side, they are a little bit relaxed because they are already considered a superpower. But the Chinese are trying to catch up. That's why on factor number 3, which is competitiveness, China is far ahead 1.0, while America is minus 0.4. Then military, America is 2.1 on the scale, and China is 0.9. Then trade, America is 1.3 and China is 1.7.
Yeah.
So China is leading in trade. And as a maritime president, I will explain that to you later on. Then economic output, America is 1.7 and China is 1.6. I'll also try to explain that. I'm not an economist, but I'll try to explain that. Then financial center, like World Trade and World Trade Center and all these big places, they big how you call it, trading centers. China is just 0.2 and America is 2.7 ahead, far away. And then the final one, which is reserve currency status. America's reserve is totaling 1.9, while China is minus 0.6. So, but let's look at the trade where China is leading, right? The trade where China is leading by 1.7 and America by 1.3. You see, I think again, should I take it down or it should be there?
Take it down.
Okay, let me
take it down. Take it down, please.
So then, when you look at trade, when you see China, America got the largest GDP, but China is advanced in trade because most of what you use in the West, including America, they all come from China. You see it? So America is not producing much compared to China when it comes to trade, but they got the money, they got the power to purchase. That's why you see all the goods coming from America, from the East, China, mainly coming. Now, so if you, I don't know if it was on the show I said it. If those of you that live around cities with port, if you go there, you see all the containers that parking. Some of them are empty container, nothing inside. The reason is the shirt that we use, the food, most of the food we eat, the shoes we wear, most of them, the television, the computer we use, everything coming from China, coming to the West. and they put it in those containers. They come. But then what does the West have to send back to China in those containers? Nothing. They don't want anything from you. The Chinese don't want anything. They don't want your electronic. They don't want your TV. Nothing they want because you can make it more than them. So this is where China is leading by the America in the trade. So I would say it's debatable to know who is the actual giant here, but competitively, China is leading America in most areas because the thing is that America will see that okay, we have relaxed, we got it. Everybody know that we are a powerful nation and things like that. So it's just like all of us that we in the same class, right? Paul is scoring 100, I was scoring 98, Padol is scoring 89, then I scoring 66. So I'll be trying harder. I'll be studying harder while Paul every last man because Paul a Gracie, a blue, everybody Gracie blue, my own red. So I'll be the one trying harder to catch up. That's what China is doing. And in the nearest future, give it 20, 25 years, the guys from the East, you got them to contend with, especially in the wake of forming these breaks. So I don't know, Paul, what do you have anything to add there?
I want to put.
Let me come in small.
Linford, thank you, because we just wanted that clarification because you should. We wanted that clarification. Yeah, because when on the show where somebody say, oh, the only, but then you have to tell the other then the only. It's good that you went through it to see that something that the clarification is there.
Yeah.
Because apart from economy, then it get militarily. Between America and there's another guy who is more militarily powerful than America. So you got to look at it at that world too. So that's why I wanted that clarification for our audience. Thank you.
And okay, also I think a little bit of disclaimer. The researcher, the person who did this research is not our work. I just searched it and I got it. But again, this person was only comparing China and America. No that. The person was not comparing China to Russia or China to India or China to any other country. They were comparing China to Russia. So probably in another research, there is comparison between Russia and America, militarily or something like that. We will find out. But I think that's not the time for it today. One day we'll get to do that comparison between Russia and America, especially when it comes to the military side.
Linford, let me back my statement in this particular.
But only you are not authority on the American or whatever. We've made a research, and the research result will also here. So there is nothing for you to back again. We're not denying what you said.
I'm not backing anything. Your own research you display to all right here.
That's why. So then why you want to buy again? Why you want to buy again?
That's why I'm going to just throw like on it. Then we'll go from there, please. You see what happened? Your own research, you put it out. It's not you the one that made it. It was made up by some international people. Then you take it from there to display it to people so we can know actually what is this situation between China today in the whole world economically. China is next to America. The whole world. Everybody know that. That's the second largest economic country in the world. China today dominate. Before then, Japan were out, but Japan going down. China is second to America.
So yeah, see, I mean, it was showing on the scale here. We saw it. The research explain it. So nobody doubting that. America got the largest GDP. America got the largest economy.
Yeah,
military.
Listen to me.
But we still saying the same. We need to move ahead. We've gone almost.
We're gonna move ahead, but we gotta make clarity, because if I make a statement on something, I know the reason why I didn't just take it from in my head like that. I say, I love America, and here and there I make with that statement. No, the point of the matter is this: in the whole situation, you clarify it. We all know it. Paul said, I say, une. superpower in the world. And I still stick to my statement because there's no country right now above America.
Okay, we agree because we saw it. We heard it in a research. So
Oh,
nobody
thank you
disputes
very much.
that.
When you agree, I stop there. There's no
But
country above it.
the issue here, brother, it remains
Dollar
debatable.
or dollar. And yeah,
Brother, it remains debatable because the information that in the statistics are put there by researchers.
By researcher, these people could be
Yes.
favoring America. That's what I
Yes.
said. We could also
So
make comparison between America and other
but
countries.
if you look at the practical movement of other countries around the world, especially the Chinese were one of the backward nations.
yes,
They just started coming out in the 70s
yes.
and to be heading
You know that. I know that.
in lot of places and their own population because the number of people that they have to feed them and live from there and feeding other people outside, we must give them the credit. That's why we say the issue remains
And
debatable.
I really 100% agree with you when you say it's debatable because the federal America that is talking, they have most of the private businesses in America outsourced their companies in
In
China. How
China,
can they eat? You see, so if the Chinese say, okay, all of you go today, we don't want you people here. What would they do? The federal car is riding, it's coming from China. They just assembling small part of it in Norway. The military planes that America fly, they fix the engine right here in Norway. I've been working there before in a company in FMC. I'm sorry to
the,
call the company's name though, but I mean it's not a secret company. Okay, they got Volvo there. They fix the military plane engine right here. Yeah? So if other countries say, so it's debatable. At one point, yes, and we also saw the statistics. It says that China is leading in trade. So where the trade going? You see, so all the GDP, yes, because the trade, and you got to look at. There are certain things that you got to look at. Norway can say in Europe that we are the richest. In fact, because before the recession came in 2008 or to 2010, Norway was the richest country in the whole Europe and perhaps the whole world. Norway was the richest country because of the economy. It's a small country with plenty of money, with small people. See it? So it's debatable all the time. But guys, we got to make progress. So, Paul, is there anything on the international front that we can start with? Poor computer, now you say tonight. My man, you say your computer say?
Energy to
Well,
right now.
he looking
thank
for
you,
it like
Lynn, for I know my internet will be going
I
fluctuating,
know, right?
but you bear with me. Everything's man. Yeah.
Okay, so while Paul is
Yeah. So yeah, on the international scene,
uh-huh.
we'll look at Africa today. Tanzania, for some reason, is going through a very serious crisis because the president there have saddened the opposition leader and want to wreak power, and this has sparked a lot of violence in Tanzania. Something that we should pay keen attention to. This woman was being praised a few months ago. Now she turned to some villa in Tanzania. So it's something I'll look at. In other news, there's the fight in Ukraine that Russia have managed to surrender 10,000 Ukrainian soldiers. So, Linford, y'all can take it from there because the feedback of my internet.
And what happened in Africa? No, not Africa, but Cameroon.
Cameroon.
It's going very slow.
Yeah, from you can hear me?
Yeah, my internet is going slow. So, Linford, you take it.
Okay, we heard about that Tanzania thing, and like Paul said, this is the woman that everybody was praising just a couple of months ago, and now she turned out to be, as the story is going, she turned out to be
Unpopular.
who she is today. But again,
Yeah.
there is this thing about power. There is this thing about power that some people say power is not good for people. Some people, power not good for some people. Two things that are very dangerous. And if you have all two of them, you become problematic. Number one, power, and the next one is money. Because if you have money and you don't have power, you use the money to get power. If you have power and you don't have money, you use your influence, your powerful influence, to get money. And we've seen it around here. So this is a lady, uh, as a female president in Africa. Everybody was praising her, and everybody was looking up to her. Tanzania has been one of the countries in Africa with this economic problem, and everybody thought, okay, this woman might do better than previous president Frederick Cheruba and most of the other guys. Uh, but again, she turned out to be what she is, and the country today is in turmoil. So I don't know. Like Paul said, we don't know what's happening, what's going on, and no, none of us here can answer what's going on because we are not Tanzania, we are not on the ground. But I mean, logically thinking, what happens to people when they take power? What's the problem? Padori?
Yeah, let me come in. I know a little bit about what is going on there because I got some Tanzanian friend and I also be reading about the integrations of the crisis right now. Number one, this lady came into power through the influence of the former president who passed. She was a vice president to the former president. But she doesn't have popularity compared to the former president. But because her low popularity, the opposition now that put people on the street, the two major opposition, what he decided to do, one, they orchestrated a crime within their maze and made the leaders, the opposition leader, to go to jail, to go to court, and be banned from participating due to some irregularity. The other one, the other biggest, the second to the biggest opposition is in jail right now. Have been put in jail for economic fraud, which they say they got evidence to associate that fact. But one thing I really see in our African politics today, when this unemployment rate is so high in any country, in any government regime, that government will automatically fall because the citizen will rise against that government because of low low employment of the nation. Unemployment can make the government to be very much unpopular. So that is one that happening to that country right now. So if I were this woman as a female, because she being a woman, people praise her, how she behave, what she been doing, and this and that, rest of it, how she been running the country peacefully and here and there and the rest of it. I think it's necessary for her to pushing that in jail, put them out. The one that have economic fraud, invite international investigators to probe into it independently. Open free flow of traffic for every political parties to run their campaign freely. Because the election have not been held yet. This is they're supposed to have the election a month from now. But this is a situation that are causing the problem. The bigger opposition then they feel that they are being witch hunt, so marginalized. So for this reason, they believe that the election will be fraudulent. One thing that in their constitution as well, Tanzania constitution is written there when the election commission announce the result of the election and declare a winner, there's no court in that country can deny that decision. Whether the election commission was bribed or he did it on a duress or whatever, so be it. Which is completely wrong. They need to revisit that concept. That's clause of in the constitution. That's a bigger problem right now in Tanzania.
Okay. About let me ask you, or let me get put it this way. You give your own opinion on it. This is not the first time we've seen this kind of thing around Africa. They happening elsewhere in the world. We know when, but we want to limit it to Africa since this is happening in Africa at this time. People, politicians, when they want to come to power, or by whatever means, whether they wanted to come to power and they were elected, or whether they came by military force or whatever, they will first impress the people that okay, we're going to do the best thing. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. But the moment you give them that power, then they begin to do otherwise. Is it because they feel that they are untouchable, or is there anything that influences people to do this kind of thing, or is it just natural? Or what do you think? I mean, everything we say here is opinions because I mean, you and I have never held power to that level or at that level, so we cannot give any tangible explanation. But what you think is happening? We just brainstorming.
In my own view, in reference to some little information historically from Tanzania, I don't know whether you have ever seen that video or you saw that video. There, there was a brother speaking in a church house, and he gave an economic overview of what was happening in Tanzania. That the government went and sold an enterprise to a foreign company, and they were scheduled to pay the government maybe in 6 years or 12 years. After a few months, the company made so much money, and they went to pay the government off, and they were operating now on profit, less than a year. I said this to say that Tanzania, like the Republic of Liberia, is being dominated by foreign capital. So you have a president who is finishing a term of another president. Then taking over, and she is not encouraging the country on a nationalistic view or changing the status quo. It's a problem. Then it's saying that which horn on opposition, on economic control of the country. So I think that's where the problem lies. Because if you're not preparing the citizen to take over the national economy, it is a general situation now in Africa
Yeah,
with
but
the
let's forget about the economy.
yeah,
Let's look at the political side, right? Because
yes,
I think the opposition leaders are not complaining about the economy, or yeah, they are complaining about the economy. They may be, but their main concern is that this president is suppressing them, is witch
yeah.
hunting our enemy. So politically now. So, but the thing, the question I'm asking, or the thing that I'm wondering about, is What is it about power that when people get it, they're so afraid of losing it, or they create enemy. We see it in our own country. Uh, you will be supporting this guy probably in a particular election. If you just switch from him and go to the next party, you become their enemy. Or when they win, then all of the same people who were campaigning for them, they become their enemy. They I don't understand. So this is the point. Not
Yeah.
because this lady was not
Can I,
me.
can I say
Yeah.
something about
No,
that?
no, 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 no. We go back turn. Our is on the floor. When our finishes, I'll go around the table.
Okay. What happened in there when people come into power? Let's look at our own situation in
Yeah,
Liberia.
that's what we're driving to.
When President Waka was coming, a lot of people went in to support him here and there from the diaspora, from everywhere. But when you get there, there are external factors that control your decision making. Then the national promises that you make, you dash it away and begin to go to for the interest of your external supporters or controller. So you begin control and you dash away the national agenda. So there comes problem. The fear, the fear of the election not going in her favor. So she got to wish harm or bring down the opposition to the point that election will just be favorably of will be a favorable thing for her. She will win without any hindrance. But that in the modern world, it can't be. You have to make it free. It had to be the will of the people of the majority of society. So I think that's where the problem is. She got to certify foreign capital's owner in Tanzania.
Okay. Oh, but the way we want to add there.
Um, I'm saying here is the lady problem, that particular president of Tanzania, her problem is she's not popular.
But
She
I
get
think
she get
but don't
vote.
listen. You got a question that I asked. This lady had done what she did. She got her problem, but it's not peculiar to her. Most leaders around the world and in Africa do it. So my question is not about the lady particularly, but why is it that even if I Linford becomes president tomorrow, I will do things that I'm condemning now,
Yeah,
which contain my
yeah,
political enemies.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
whatever.
One of the things that causing this kind of problem is people became president of a nation or the got a nation power, they become another demigod. So they got all power in their hand, they got all right in their hand.
But you freezing?
It's impossible to remain this area. But if the private sector, if we the private sector, you see the Europe and the West as a whole, there's no leader in the West can always stick to the leadership. Moment the citizens come up with contention, whether where they decide to resign, because they got somewhere to go to. Private sector is there. They can leave the government job immediately and get another job in private sector. That is not happening in Africa. So wherever someone get into the power and enjoy the gravy in that power, which is the money, the facilities, the amenities, and here and there, and rest of it, to live it, it's become problem. So, but if the African government then can create real variables private sector, even you live to become more important than the government job, you will not see them sticking to the government job.
Okay. Fair enough. But I think we'll transition to Africa. Pause, or I mean to Liberia. Pause. Computer is giving problem. Is internet to be specific, and so we cannot go more on international matters. But let's come on the home front. Our president of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Numa is in Europe. I don't know whether he's gone back. I did not follow that today. Sorry for my weakness on that part. I've been busy all day long, so I did not search the internet or I did not follow the e-marshal web page. But whether he's in Liberia now or he's going back to Africa now or wherever he is, he came to France. Yesterday, he met with the French President Emmanuel Macron, and there are information that both leaders had a very, very cordial meeting, and the two foreign ministers signed a document of cooperation. And in their meeting, President Bouaka is quoted as saying that their meeting was cordial and that he has invited President Emmanuel Macron of France to come to Liberia and on a reciprocal visit. And they are discussing Liberia French relationships or relation. So let's see some photos from that. Uh, no, let me see if I can get it straight. Forgive me. Um, yeah, let me see if I can get it straight. Okay, so here we see our president. The two presidents are in real cordial mood where they are hugging each other. This is diplomatic, and you can see forehead hitting. So it means that they were really, having very good time because we've seen leaders meet and you can the distance. I'm not a diplomat. I don't know how much is that. My diplomatic effort actually failed. I should have been on a diplomatic mission a long time ago, but it didn't work out before I traveled to Europe, so it failed. So I'm not a diplomat. So, but in diplomacy, I think body language speaks a lot. The distance between diplomats. When you look at people diplomats meeting, you see two presidents meeting, the way they sit, the distance they sit at, and when they're talking, the way they look at each other, the eye contact, all the ones speak a lot diplomatically. But in this particular picture speaks a lot. Like footballer, it's very simple in the water sport. If the guy score, you will see all your friends coming to hockey. That is to show their cordiality and their support to him. And congratulations. So when you see this kind of thing in the diplomatic area, then you should know that there is real cordiality, there is real friendship and whatever. So our president has been meeting the French president. Details are yet to come, but they said the two foreign ministers for the two countries, Liberia and France, did sign documents of cooperation. Okay, so I want to ask this question. I have my own opinions on this, and I've been making some posts which have brought me on a heavy fire from United Party people. What new can Liberia get from France from this meeting? Abbott.
Oh, very well, very interesting. Maybe the French they may return to Liberia with uh, with new businesses. That could be, but I don't know. But early in the 80s when I left Liberia, before I went back, but the war was there, so nothing was there. But I know the French were going in there to build some factory for cocoa making, coffee, etc., etc. So I don't know the years I've been away or the weird time they were back there with those kind of businesses. But what the kind of picture that we see or the photograph that we see between the two leaders, It's like our president is giving Liberia for any opportunity that may go there from the friend, whatever they want to do. He is open and open, my man. You can come in and do what you want to do. That's the kind of picture that why it show. So it's it could be a new agreement, cooperation, business is coming. We do know, but the picture speaks a lot. We are open. You can in. Please, you can help us. Any business that you want to do, come to Liberia. I'm there. I will sign it. In fact, my foreign minister is here. So I look at it. Uh, it's a call, open call to the French government. Whatever they want to do to Liberia, or they want to do in Liberia, business while they can come in. And if you if recently if we all I guess we all listened to it, there was US visa extension, and our national government was celebrating it back home. So I was wondering what is that? The visa was 1 year, they extended to two. So if you look at it, what does it
It was actually 6 months, and they extended to 3 years.
okay to 3 years, from 6 months to 3 years. But a visa for individual to visit another country from your country, I don't know why it gotta be of a national celebration. If you can't visit, you're going to take things from here and carry, or you're going to stay here for the
But actually,
maybe.
we come to that visa thing. That would be the closing topic. So let
Oh,
me just
okay.
do the back, Dolly.
Yeah.
Let me
So
do.
the opening, the picture depicts some kind of give him anything you want to do, my man. You are welcome. You are welcome.
Okay, Padole, you look at this picture, or we've had several presidents. I remember when Charles Taylor took power first, when he became president in 1997, the very first country that he visited, and I was on that detail, the very first country he visited was France. At the time, Jacques Chirac was president of France, and Jacques Chirac promised Liberia $50 million, $50 million. But after we left that trip, we came back to Liberia. One rave couple did not follow. And there were a lot of theorists, conspiracy theories. Some people say, oh, since Labrador or Taylor was not in good standing with Uncle Sam, when he left, he just took one telephone call from across the water to the other side and say, look, don't give that man any money, because that $50 million would have actually helped Liberia to come out of the war. But then some people had a conspiracy theory that there was just one telephone call that put the whole thing to sleep, and Liberia did not get that money. And just recently, President uh, 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 President
Yeah.
Weah were in France many times, and he even said that he met with his brother, his French counterpart. Okay, and we don't know how much came from there. So President Boakai is there, and we see him in this picture. So Padole, is that going to be the same old story, or is anything going to change? What do you think?
All right. Thank you very much. In the first place, I'm looking at the trip as fiasco. Trip. First of all, what we need to look at here is this: all the countries that have been with France for many years, where is the relationship between they and France today? Namely, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. What is the relationship between them today? Even in the neighboring country of Guinea, the relationship between Guinea and France is a little bit rough. What can we get out of France? There's no way that our relationship with France will make any impact on in the average citizens of our country. So for me, it's something that the president was feeling more in Monrovia, so he decided to strike it like a bit. That's how I see it to be. But believe me or not, I don't think anything will come out of it. There's a lot of speculation. People are saying different things. More especially going to negotiate about this ArcelorMittal in Lima County, and seeing all sorts of informations. But for me, I don't believe that going to France will bring anything to Liberia. That is number one. Number two, before the international communities move to your country to do any investment, they have to see some seriousness in your very self. But if you are not respecting the rule of law, do you expect people to take their hand money to go to your country to do any investment when they know that you don't respect the rule of law? Anything go wrong, they will not have nowhere to go to get their feedback, redress. Do you believe that? The typical example is showing those that are responsible to make the law in our country, they break every law. The man who is there to enforce the law, who is the president of our nation, he deliberately refused to accept the rule of law. So, for God's sake, why should we blame international community because they are not coming to do any investment when we ourselves we are not even showing behavior that will make them to come? Rather, you working in America, you know fully well that, God forbid, you take the little 100,000 you get, you go and invest into Liberia. Even riot come up, people go and burn the place. Government will not even listen to you. Will you be brave to go with anything? So
Well, I think this visit is not about investment. I mean, investment opportunities could come out of that visit, and it depends on the negotiation team that we have and their power, their ability to be able to negotiate. But what I'm saying, I'm looking at it from government to government because government will not care about whether you guys or security or why if the government wants to give, if another government wants to help you, your government with funds or whatever, you will
point,
not
point of
you will not
information.
first of all did that as that
Point of
this
information.
justice system or whatever. No.
Point of
So
information.
my question is whether it will be on the governmental level. I mean, the
One not
president doesn't have to go to France for investors to come for them to come. Investor can decide to come to Liberia from France if they feel that the business climate is good. But the president visit is on the level of presidential, is at the presidential level. So my question uh, is France as a country going to help Liberia as a country in what way? That's what we are concerned about.
yeah, will you give me a chance? Let me give you a point of information.
So when we're talking, it's good. This is
No,
I don't know.
it's okay.
You need
It's
to know.
okay.
Listen, Padoli, you need to
What,
know. We
what's
are
your
doing
point of
education.
information? You
We are
listen.
doing education. You need when you are asked a question, you follow the trend of the question and answer it because people are listening to it. They want to get away with something.
Yeah,
Because
I do agree. I do
is
agree
that
100%.
this is not or this is not an informal conversation where I ask you, then I sit down, I listen to you, you go all around it. You address the issue as it is because people listening, people want to get it.
Yeah, I know.
That's the point I'm making.
When I say a point of information, something maybe I have something urgent to tell you. So what you can carry on your conversation. You
Uh,
understand?
uh, May I say something?
Yeah, let me just
I
give
think
Go ahead, Padoli. How about getting chance?
my point of information because you know what Linford was saying. You see, he believed that this visit is from government to government, and government when government ready to do any business with another government, she don't care whether you're having security problem or not problem. No, the Western government, they are run by the private entities, private sector. The owners seek the welfare of their private sector. So they pave the way for the private sector. That's what the Western government do. So the Western government will not allow their citizens to go anybody country when they know that that country is not secure. They don't respect the rule of law. That's the point I wanted to tell you, Mr.
Okay, yeah, you are right. I agree. But right now in Liberia, we got some people from other countries that are in Liberia. Our president had never even visited our country. The business people, you know.
Yeah, what's law?
Huh?
Yeah, what's law?
Oh, but they create jobs anyway. They are investors. But you see, the point I'm trying to make is, I agree that like even Norway, if one company is leaving from Norway to go to Liberia, I don't think they'll go ask the government, oh, want to go to Liberia, can we go? Is it safe there? Business people are looking for opportunity. Number one, they're looking for cheap labor. Number two, they're looking for profit. And they're looking for what they can get from where they're going to. So, you say you want to say something?
Yeah, what I wanted to say is that it's a change. The situation in Africa now is a change picking. It's a chance picking period. Liberia could gain a lot from the visit. Reason being, France is losing her historical friends. Guinea
That's the point
is
I was driving at. That's the point I was driving at.
Guinea is a hostile to France. Burkina Faso is more than being hostile. They call it off. Oh, you got Niger and Gabon, the rest of the countries. And Liberia has been, beside our world, Liberia has been the most friendly country in West Africa, I may say. And everybody was there. The French were there. So for what is taking place now in Africa and Liberia is welcoming them. As you see that picture, it's clear. You got Franks. You got friends among Franks. And your handshake at times can be different. If I can't hugging you, I'm bopping you up, it means 100% you are welcome, my man. So Liberia could gain a lot from the visit. From that visit, because the France need where to put her feet down in Africa to regain respectability, economic interest. We gotta go and diamonds. So whatever they were getting from those countries that are stopping them, they can get it. Liberia is open. That's what that picture telling me. We from Liberia, you know that. They go and diamond all over the land. So other people stopping there, they can transfer their investment into Liberia.
Okay, I want that exactly.
Let me say something. That you were saying the respect for the rule of law. Those are relative terms. It depends who determine it. Who say, oh, don't worry about that. I play it's good. For example, Tubman was there for 27 years. Nobody referred to Tubman as a dictator. Now, after the death, before we saw other writing that say he was a dictator, but nobody ever referred to him. I just want to make that point clear. Yes.
Well, I don't know what is Paul's status now. Paul, you can hear us?
Paul looking very, looking.
I think he's freezing. But
freezing.
I think about you hit one point that I want to make. The point I want to make is,
I made a post. Getting you guys loud and clear.
Okay, go ahead, Paul. Give your view on on this visit to France. Look
The
at how
visit and the
President
picture that you see,
Macron.
the young man to the old man. And we are first country
Yeah.
that he
And
visited.
thank you. Y'all bear with me, audience. Y'all bear with me. The thing is, you're dealing with a country called Liberia, and Liberia will produce pictures that they will confuse. But there is a catch behind this visit. It's not about Macron. The bigger fish in the room is metal steel. So if you're deep in this whole thing here, is this government want to be metal steel regarding the HPS contract that they intend to sign? So Macron and Liberia, you look at it, we have a lot of French countries and Francophone countries around Africa, West Africa. That French people been dealing with. Abidjan just there. What Abidjan have that Liberia don't have, and Morocco don't have. Guinea is right there. So that picture is just a picture that is metal steel. That was the purpose of that trip. And the more information will come out. They want to sign a deal with Meta regarding the HPS and all that. So there is something behind it. If you're dealing with a country called Liberia, photo op is something brilliant. They will get people talking, but the back end of it, something different happening. That's the purpose of that trip. You shouldn't be carried away. This is Unity Party Liberia we are dealing with. Cronies, crooks. I just want to throw that out there to give you more things to talk about.
But
Okay.
Paul, I wish you could have said
Okay.
more.
Thank you, Paul. I think we taking it from different perspectives. We're taking it from different perspectives now. Cool. So we're taking it from different perspectives. Sorry, I got distracted. Let's look at my perspective that I looked at when I first saw I heard about the visit and the picture and all this kind of thing. I mean, the picture is not anything for me because I know anybody can take picture at any time. But the first thing that came to my mind, look at France. France colonized several countries in Africa. Now, in West Africa, we have 16 countries. 9 of them are Francophone countries. 9 of those countries are Francophone countries, meaning that France has more countries in West Africa than any English-speaking country. In fact, America got only one that Liberia. The rest of them are from Great Britain. Now, so why would France jump over all those countries to be so interested in Liberia more than their country? And if you look at it, Burkina Faso, Mali, and
Niger,
yeah, the Sahel
Guinea.
state, they have already kicked France out of their country. France got no more grapes there. So France will be looking around to show that they are still important in Africa. And so they will look for vulnerable countries like Liberia. Liberia is like a lame dog state. You know, they see the desperation. So they can do anything. They can, I mean, look at the picture. They can tell you, so no, listen, we'll do anything you want.
Anything for you, my man.
We'll do anything for you. Make us to safely important in Africa. So that's what I was looking at. And when I made that post, a lot of people came, of course, the Unity Party people came, they were bashing me, doing all kinds of things. But still, people don't look at it. No, what if you think if France was still deep rooted in those countries that they can get minerals and whatever they want from, you think they get time for Liberia that is more connected to America than France? No. I just told you that when Taylor became president, he went to France. Joshua promised $50 million once and never came for that trip. Joshua made several trips to France. Nothing significant came from there. Okay, so for people to be parading all over the place. And for me, we still wait to see what's going to come out of this trip. And if anything good comes out, we'll be very happy because Liberia will be blessed. Our people will get job, and the economy will improve. When we go back to Liberia, you can live in good hotel, you can drive on good roads. So those are the things that we're looking for. But if people want to make up something and present it to us to make us to make believe, then there's where my problem is. So I just hope that everything will be good. But guys, our time is fast spent. Let's go back to uh uh the other topic that I wanted to talk about. That is the visa thing. Much have been said about this visa thing. America, sometimes Liberians we are very interesting kind of people. If we are the only American colony, so-called American colony, or country that America established according to them, and today we are celebrating America extending visa, and the question is the visa they extending. How many people? You know, I made a post about this, and for me, I always look at I've become very cantankerous. Some people think I am very cantankerous, but I look at the technical issue. I look at the part that is most important. Okay, let me ask a question. How many Liberians can afford visa or even plane ticket to go to America? And people are thinking that when they say America extended the visa thing from 6 months to 3 years, some people think say it get open now, so you can walk in the embassy and they give you visa and say go. No, the restrictions will still be there. If you go to ask for visa, they will ask you, are you working? No, I'm not working. So what will make you think that if we give you visa, you go to America, you will come back? Oh no, I just want to visit my people and come back. And the Americans, they say got your past records. That when your people go to visit their people, they don't come back. When they go on official governmental trip, they don't come back. So they will say, no, we sorry. When I first came to Norway and then I got the moment I got my not my citizenship, but when I got my residence permit at that time, I went to the American embassy to go to America. My sister saying, you're not talking to me. I went to the embassy. I still remember the questions they won't ask me. You working? Yes. How much you making? Then she look at the salary scale in America and here. And then they won't ask me, but the money you're making, if you go to America, you get a job that will make you to make more money and come back. So what's time you to Norway that will make you to come back? And I had to convince her. So you Liberian, you celebrating, some of you not working, and are you celebrating the most? So that visa extension is only for people who are in the government who can afford, or people who are making business who can afford. It's not for you citizen, it's not for you lay Joe Blow who selling or who working grocery whole day. So are you celebrating and jumping all over the place? You waste your time. It's just like they building car road, they putting quote on the car road that you even get past you dancing for that road. Even for the men who can drive car. So guys, Paul, I know your net is not too good, but tell me, this visa restriction thing, how does it benefit? I mean, not restriction, but extension. How does it benefit Flomo Tukwa way in Bongonima? But Flomo Tukwa have been celebrating for 2-3 days now. Paul got some delay. I don't know, Paul.
Linford, you know the answer to this. You know the answer to this question, and the fact is, let's look at the history of the visa thing. It was the government of Liberia that initiated this process. They decided to give the U.S. citizen 3 years, 36 months. So the U.S. now reciprocating what the Liberia government initiated. That makes sense. So you know, and I know, Flomo cannot go to the embassy with that certain bidder board that will be able to give Flomo visa. over 200 person turn out every day at the U.S. Embassy in Morocco. So it just tells you there's nothing to celebrate. It's just that the government that you see, every little thing to make the people are big, they say, yes, it's all about that. Who benefit? The lawmakers benefit, the government, key government official benefit, and top business people in Liberia will benefit. But ordinary person, no, it's not possible. The visa, the cost for the visa alone is nearly $500. Somebody can't even afford barely $2 a day. So who do you think is benefit? You have to be lawmakers. Then you go to America 3 times or 7 times within a year. You carry people up and down. So it's not for the common man. So the celebration of that nonsense that went on yesterday, it's just the foolishness of us Liberia. And remember, once we had a program here about Liberia is one of the countries in the world with the second in the world with the lowest IQ pay we are. I just want to conclude on that.
Okay. Padore, you are in the back. I don't know whether you follow the conversation. Your country,
Yeah,
the American people have reciprocated the goodwill that Liberia extended to their citizens. That you can get, instead of getting maybe 6 months or 1 year visa to come to Liberia, but now you can get 36 months, which is equivalent to 3 months. 3 years. You can get a visa and you get multiple entry. You can go one visa, you can go 100 times if you want, if you get the money. But then, my uncle Flomo took a way in Bongonima, and my auntie, my Noah, way somewhere in Lofa, and the other one way in Grand Paso. All of them dancing. Oh, the Liberia American stay our visa. How do they benefit?
let me be. The thing is just a funny issue. The people that will benefit is the rich people that are capable of showing collateral in American embassies that you will come to America and be able to go back. They will not come and stay in America. These are the people who will benefit, not the average citizen. You know, from Talkman time to Turbo time, no one used to have, no one used to take visa in Liberia. We wouldn't used to pay for our plane fare to America. Upon arrival, they give you the visa. Because our economy was support, everything was normal, life was easy, security was normal. You know, rule of law was respected, everything was a normal life. You think the people stupid? They know that even as some of our officials, officers then that travel with the president and the ministers and things then, sooner they come to America, the hardier said you don't go back to Labrador. They know that. You think they will make their life easier for anybody to just come like that? The caution that he will get from that American embassies before you get visa as an ordinary person, you yourself when you move from there, you don't want to go back there. So I don't see anything in that whole thing that people should celebrate. But like what Paul just said, that's a fact. We are the second world low IQ people, the Liberian, because our manner of will, how we look at things, how we pursue things. You know, people, can you imagine people that make their life, and bear their life? Some insignificant human being will come from nowhere. He have not do anything for himself in his whole life because Henry Costa, he even run for representative position in Maserati. He could not win. They defeated him flat. Such a human being coming to stand publicly and tell people that those that succeeded in life, they make their life, they say they refusing to share their ways with the people. So for this reason, they will never be elected. And people bow to such a human being. They're in Liberia. Any other country, nobody would be so stupid and so silly to make such a statement. But in Liberia, you can hear such a human being making statement and people follow him. So what's the big deal? America make the visa even 10. Ghana is a 5 years. Ghana is a 5 year. Other country then, like South Africa, is a 10 years. So what will you say about them? 10 years. But go to the embassy to get your visa. You have to go through the procedure, the criteria. They will ask you from A to Z. You have to define whatever you see before they can put that their stuff in your book. But anyway, Linford, for me, I don't see anything that we should celebrate on that visa issue. It be nothing absolutely to ordinary people. Let the country, let the government do everything possible to make job available for the citizen.
Thank you, Padore. You know, this is the interesting thing about Liberian people. Liberians are very easy to please. You know, mediocrity is part of us, our life. I don't understand. Imagine that when the president dresses well and he walks the street, then people clapping, people running. When the president's he goes to America, Donald Trump say, "Oh, where you learn English from? You speak beautiful English." They made hairline out of it. I mean, we are so petty in our mind, and so now I wonder. Now, America extending the visa program or the visa validity. Okay, America extending the visa validity for Liberia is not anything bad. It's like I'm a Liberian. If I travel, if I don't need right now, by the grace of God, my status, you know, I don't need visa to go to America or all the world. Maybe I think less than 10 countries. I have not even made that research, but I think less than 10 countries out of the 200 plus countries in the world I need visa to go to. Okay, for the rest of the world, I'll go there free. Okay, and that's a special kind of blessing that
I rather they give you visa.
If I get the funds. But as a Liberian, I would be happy to go to America on Liberian visa for 3 months. Okay, so I think it's good. I can't outrightly say it's nothing or it's not good. But what I don't understand, the John Brand are celebrating it. He never even see airplane before. Somebody don't know RIA. But and they misunderstand it. That maybe when they hear America extended the visa to 3 years, they say they just think it will now be. It's even going to be what tougher, because you know what? If they make it easy for you to get visa and go to America for 3 years, 3 years that enough time. You can get rooted in America with even 2 years time. If you know your way around, you can get rooted. So what they're going to do if they also make it relax for people to make it even tougher. Yeah, you can go there. If you go there, you can spend 3 years if you want to. But how do you get there? Okay, so the restrictions will be stronger. The price will still remain the same. The questions that they used to ask you, the rules that they lay down, everything will still be the same. It's just the extension. It's just like, you know, I call you to eat, but you can't eat pepper. The food available, I call you, I say can't eat, but I put enough pepper in the food. Yeah, the food there, eat it. Eat it. But you know, I'm not stopping you, eat it. So that's what's happening. So we just want to educate people, we want people to get to know that this visa extension thing is not just an open gate for you that you can get to America. So you can celebrate for the other Liberians that will go. Okay, but it's not for everybody. You got to afford it before you go. You see it? So we just want to make that clarification, but it's a good move. Maybe they might extend it to 5 years. Yeah.
Linford.
Yeah.
I just want to chime this before Albert comes in. You know, there was a criminal that they're going to say it all is embedded in that package. So nobody should be fooled Liberia, the country is a funny country. The criminal, everybody deny only Liberia because of some chicken change. And people celebrating. Now, what happened in Liberia? I was in Monrovia recent time. You have situation with people are complaining about the Zocos, unemployment, drugs issue. The country now they come in add additional notorious criminal to that group. And then we celebrating visa because that was the condition the American gave them. You accept this criminal from us. Oh yeah, your lawmakers can come gallivant around America for 36 months in and out. And that's the celebration on the ground. But they're not thinking about the notorious criminals that are going to live among our people in Liberia. So it's something that we need to look at. And the government, people should not go quiet on it. It's very bad for the country. Criminal from M13 group that we would know about. The people in South America refuse their own South Americans. Then Liberia must accept it. So that's something we need to look at. I don't know what you think on it, so we can conclude on this program.
Oh, thank you, the Lord to the bit. Well, not much to say, but for a country to dance for visa extension term, it makes no economic sense. But it make a campaign propaganda for the Unity Party, because everything the Unity Party government does, they use it as propaganda tools. Every little thing. In the first place, a civilized nation, one of the oldest countries in the world, why would Liberia accept a man being refused from two continents? The Americans are made out of two continents. You got it south, you got it north. They man from El Salvador. Why you can't go to Puerto Rico? Why you can't go to Bolivia?
You can go to Chile, you can
Costa
go to
Rica,
Puerto Rico, you can go to Brazil,
Brazil, and
Argentina.
for another year old president sitting in Liberia, who say he had all the experience with what is happening in the country about drugs and the affected population.
Hmm?
Why would you even why would somebody even discuss that with you? What does it mean? Our history tells us what happened to us as a nation, as a people. So the Unity Party is looking for is death.
Yeah, but how about just before we close on this, Paul and Albert, some people are arguing, some people are saying that, if Liberia accepts this guy, Liberia stands to benefit a lot. Because, for instance, the guy is not a threat. The guy could be a dangerous person, but he will not be a threat to the entire country because he's only alone. Number one, that one of the arguments that they got, I just one man, the American
Who
can
told,
dominate the whole country. Then number two,
who told,
they are saying that if Liberia accept this guy and Liberia can do that first as a stepping stone, as a springboard, say we accept this one man. But if you do so thing for us, we'll accept more people. You can come and
No,
build. You can come and build a big prison compound and bring most of your prisoners here, and then we can create employment. People will be coming to work, and and we can do agriculture because they will be feeding those people. Say you bring about 10,000 people prisoners, they will be feeding them. It will create jobs. People are making that argument.
that craziness. Okay, we are historical allies, as I say, man. You can't. all the resources that you have over there, you can build your own prison you want. This guy is a young leader coming from the great United States with influence on people within here and in Latin America. When he gets to Africa, all his colleagues will find way to get there. And the next thing they will be doing, they will be paid to be overthrowing government. So for me, up to now, I'm believing here that this guy will go to Liberia. Because
Yeah,
even for the opposition political party to sit to see it happen, that's a defeat. Those are not who want to take leadership.
There are also speculations that
But it's not only one person, though. It's just a first name. It's not only one person.
Yeah, but when the guy go, his friends are coming, and the rest of people will follow. That will not be in the news again. We want to see them in Liberia, and they're not coming to be in jail.
So
They are
you
coming
know
to buy
what
land.
happened when the 5 African leaders that were called to the house? No,
Yep.
they're not coming to be in jail. Those are people that have been neglected from America. Now, this guy is just one of them, but there are many to follow.
Yes.
Not only one name, there are many to follow. So if Liberians see this, because there was a Rwanda model they were use that they want refugees in the UK, they must bring them and send them to Rwanda. So that's what White House said for Joseph Barker and 4 other African leaders. When Barker came for that meeting, he said the people want us to accept refugees. No, not only notorious name. The first, they just test to see a mind how people in Liberia will react to this. But there are more criminals to follow.
Yeah, and they are getting caught in the
when we talk about Liberia benefit for. Do you know they took this guy to Ghana refusing, the other African country refusing? What kind of money that you bring in? Our case already serving for drugs, and you bring in these high.
Look at the quantity of drug that they took from Broadway the other day.
It's a serious problem that these days you take.
Just in Broadway alone. So high about Buchanan.
Our time is fast spent. Let me just get to Padoli quickly. And Padoli quickly, or your closing about this guy. Your closing argument about because some people are arguing, like I just told point about some people are arguing that if this guy comes to Liberia, or if America will send several prisoners to Liberia or deportees, call them like that, or whoever they are, or Liberia will stand to benefit, it will create jobs because. And I don't know how people are understanding this thing that if they deport these people to Liberia, that they want to take them and put them in jail. Is that what people are thinking? No, they will come as free citizens. I mean, they are Liberia.
They will come and start raping our girls, our students.
Yeah. So what is your take on it, Padoli?
You see, no.
Very quickly, so we can go.
Linfa, I want to bring you back to something before you ask that question. Drug hub in West Africa. We should not forget that. And you bringing this notorious, so you gave the Colombia, the drugs cartel, the people, because they know their guys are over there. Think on it. Liberia already struggling with drugs. Then you bringing hardcore criminal into the system because of what? The great that we could generate our own revenue, that we have the capability of doing it, but we become to worry that Liberia discover 25 different minerals that we can become rich. So watch you beg for some money for them to dump criminals on you. What a common sense in it. Come to Liberia, who gonna benefit? The chronic thieves that in government, the people will not benefit from it. Let's be honest here. They're not going to create any jobs. Joseph Newman Barker just built $10 million mansion in Foya. When a question asked where the money they can talk. You think on
So
it. So
what I deduce all of these things.
Liberia will suffer in this. We should not overlook it. When criminals start heading down, people start. What kind of country we're going to have?
Forget question on time, so you'll be talking. But okay, I want to go to Padole. You do a closing there. I was saying you on the floor, do your closing, then we'll go to Padole. Then Padole close
Okay.
up.
My closing on the issue, first of all, everybody in our country, the oppositions, to rally the citizens to tonight march the street of Liberia to tell the president no, that individual or the group should not go into that country. We got our own problem. The United States want to help us. In recently, the Chicago State University signed a memorandum of understanding to bring people here to train them. Those are what we need. If they want to help us, they want to come and build institution, build another Bogota, Washington Institute in Grand Bassa, in Maryland, in Nima, that will help us to train our technicians. They want to bring surveyor so we can resurvey Monrovia, that our horses will be on land, not to take unwanted, unwanted individuals and send them to Liberia. First of all, the U.S. has the capacity. They got black men, people in jail here for lifetime in a million. So why he can go to jail here? So it's no. For the opposition party must rally the citizen to object the president acceptance of such an offer. Thank you.
Okay, Padole, you are muted.
Okay. You hear me now? You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Look here, to be realistic, we need to pray for our country. To be realistic, we need to pray for our country. I will always say this, some of all, we see so many things in our country. We wish to see good things coming into our country. But the way the country is going, I don't know whether it's possible for us to see good things coming into now in our lifetime. Here is the situation. This man that the Liberian government trying to accept in our country, he has been rejected by the great United States of America because of his affiliation, because of the activity. He's a inherent, is a hardcore criminal. You do human smuggling, you do drug, he got so many activity. This is the man that you want to bring to Liberia, and the government sitting down there and say yes, for God's sake. The brother Robert just said that the citizens should rise up to tell the government not to allow this thing then to this guy to come into Liberia. I have not seen that before in Liberia. The Liberians are weak-minded peoples in terms of this kind of demonstration. We have now a demonstrator. We don't demonstrate.
No. But before war,
Before war, before war, because we were pushed on the wall.
okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because we were pushed on the wall, we have no other option but to fight the war. But in for Labrador men to just look, for typical example, is quite recently. Freedom of expression is allowed. They make it as a law in our country. But people are not exercising it. The demonstrator, when they demonstrate, they can't even end the whole day. They feel hungry, they going home. It happening, we saw it. So for the people, for the citizens to stand up to the government to say no to these people coming to our country, you have to take nationwide demonstration on that. You have to take more than 2, 3 days before the government will listen to you. Is that possible? No. So, and secondly, I don't think our country, the government, the present government, I'm talking about the incoming government, but the present government will refuse for this man coming into Liberia. But the good thing is, wow, I don't know, I hope it could be true. That the man say he's not going to Liberia, Liberia is not conducive for him to live there. If the American is deporting someone into a country and the person say I don't and the environment is not conducive for the person, they will not deport the person there. What happened in the Rwanda case? The Rwanda case did not work with England. The British people spent huge amount of money in Rwanda to build some horses and things there for the people to be deported there. It did not work because of what? The environment was not conducive for them. It did not work. So obviously, I don't think this man will come. That's the only blessing thing I can see. So thank you very much, Linford, for allowing me to be up tonight. I hope to be here Tuesday. And let's keep on praying for our country. And let's pray that God will save our country and bring us someone who have feeling and who have the potential to put job in every corner of our country. And I believe that my leader, ANC standard bearer, is capable of doing it. I hope the Liberian people will find something in their heart to accept this gentleman to come and face our problem. He's a facer. He's not a rescuer. He's a facer. He will face the country if he will, the Liberian, allow this man to come in to take over. God bless Liberia. God bless we all. Thank you very much.
Wow. You're a serious campaign manager.
No, but it's a fact. You know, we're not fabricating, my brother. To be realistic.
Okay, Paul, can you close your up so we can go?
We're not fabricating.
Paul, do you hear me?
But one of the things I don't really agree, I'm a Christian, but for to leave everything, we pray, God not going to do that.
Yeah, listen, I do agree that God said, ask me, I will answer you.
Yeah, but now
say you believe you are not seeing God can't do anything for you.
Ask me, I will answer you.
You are not seeing that. Say we all believe you are not seeing God.
You should see that mean that you go in the church and put your hand out.
We got to close. Let Paul do it.
God will give you a good sense how to think.
Since we are being living, we are not seeing anything called God can't do anything for us.
God will give you good sense to think.
Listen to this. The book of James says, James 4:17 says, he that knoweth to do and doeth it not, unto him is sin. So we have a government, we got a leader, we got representative, they know to do good, and they're not doing it. God is not coming to do anything. It's just a peacification of the mind, so you accept the wrong to affect you.
There is no God coming here to do anything. God already made
God will bring some good people. God will bring some good people to.
Is why God gave you 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyeballs to bring everything.
Yeah, God will bring some good people to redeem us.
Brother, there is no God coming to do anything for you. You do it yourself.
To go for the best person.
Paul, get your closing. Let's get out of here.
They call Jesus Christ revolutionary religious person. They call him revolutionary in religion.
He was a revolutionary because he rebelled against bad doing.
We need to get out of here. This is not it.
Thank you, Linford.
Foreclosure.
Thank you, guys. All right.
Good.
I'm a little bit delayed in the process, but I just wanted to address Alfonso Tallo. The thing is, don't only act on the name Garcia one person. The thing behind it is
The batch.
there was agreement with the president of Liberia and Donald Trump that they have something to send to Africa. They wanted to send these criminals to Africa. So it's not only one name. So don't be fooled. The thing is, Liberia decided to accept money to host the notorious criminal in Liberia. That's the bottom line. We can have the conversation on another day. Linford, because of my internet connection, I just want to say it was a great show, and I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend. We shall be here on Tuesday by His grace.
Amen.
Okay, guys, thank you. It was a great show, and want to recognize a few people here who are with us. Alfonso Tale is they got a Garcia business, but man, we start investigating you, Alfonso. Maybe you part of maybe you M12 Garcia that M13. Maybe you M12. We start checking you out. Yes or true, but Garcia coming to Liberia, how does it benefit us anyway? And you Tale, Garcia coming will not benefit us. The American is that maybe he may start looking for own Jew, you get one Jew. They say may get 2 children in America, or 3 children, or 2 girls, 1 boy. The next time he can't settle in life, you'll be doing your own thing. So nobody will benefit. The first thing they bring that man saying, where grandchildren there, where in the forest, let him be there, be making fun. He ain't like it, let him go back home. So but we want to say thank you to Prince Numa, also Orlando, Kruma, Ricky, Semulu, of course, our own affiliated and Pauline Kabila. Somebody's talking. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Pauline Kabila, Reto.
You are going.
Padoli, please mute yourself. Padoli, please mute yourself.
On behalf there, because I don't have the capacity right now to travel there.
So I want to say thank you for being with us, and we're going to close the show by taking you home with a quick Liberian music here. And we ask that you join us on Tuesday, which will be the 4th of November. That will be the first edition of the program for November. And it's been a great time for October. And we want to say goodbye to October. If you're celebrating your birthday or you celebrated your birthday in October, we want to say happy belated birthday to you. And if you'll be celebrating in November, we want to say happy pre-birthday, starting from tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. And I want to do it for my wife. My wife's birthday is on the 5th of November. So on Wednesday, she will be celebrating her birthday. So I want to say happy birthday to her in advance. And for those of you who will be celebrating your birthdays, so congratulations to you for the month of November and also October. Let's go home with this.
What we want do to please you? We get people around, they acting that they let you when you show up. I saw you turn your body and it choked up. You buy your Lego, hating them. People buy you